Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh and this is Sniff and Simmer, where I do fragrance reviews with a little bit of cooking sprinkled in. As you don't know, I have been recording all of the Cloud fragrance reviews leading up to posting today's release of Cloud Aurora, but I did not finish those and post those because life has been hard. So instead, I bring you the new one, the new fragrance, Cloud Aurora. So it is in this nice little box. It came out today, so I'm hoping to get this up. I'm hoping to be one of the first people. But I pedaled my happy ass down to Ulta after work, and it was actually, is it my first? I don't think it's my first time stepping in an Ulta. It was my first time buying fragrance. That was fun. So we actually have a new picture of her. So they kept just recoloring the original one. It is this kind of like soft white and pink with iridescent lettering down there. And I applied this at the store and I took my initial notes. I smelled it before dinner and then now again, that I've been wearing it all day. So I'm going to go over the notes, double check perfumer was the same, I'm pretty sure it is. And then just kind of give you my impressions as I've been wearing it. I'm not going to give you like wear time, but I am going to just kind of talk about how it wore down throughout the day. It has top notes of black currant, spun sugar, and musk. Middle notes of glace, I think it means ice cream in French. Vanilla, sandalwood, and flower petals, which we'll talk about that. Then base notes of vanilla again, woodsy notes, amber, and smoke. So, taking a look at this, I do have fragrance strips. I'm going to spray it again on clean skin and then compare, as well as maybe comparing it to the OG and Intense, because I feel like it does sit somewhere kind of in the middle of those. Cloud Aurora is currently my favorite of the basic clouds. I still think Cloud Pink feels like the most complete fragrance and might be my favorite. But in terms of for just wearing Cloud as what it was originally designed to be, that like cloud, light, musky fragrance, I do think Cloud Aurora is my favorite so far. So you do get the spun sugar right at the top, little bit of fruitsiness from the black currant. It does have that musk, so it's still airy and diffusive, but this is much, yeah, it's lighter. Original Cloud is very diffusive. This one still is, but it's a little closer to the skin. It is not as heavy as Cloud Intense. It does, let's make sure this is true. It's almost between the original and Intense. So it definitely has more of a lactonic quality to it like Intense has, but it is lighter than Intense. So it does have lightness similar to the first, the original. It's less diffusive than either of them. This is the most muted of the Cloud fragrances, and I like it. And I'm kind of frustrated saying that I like it because I do get a little annoyed that everything is just like a little skin scent these days. But that's just the honest truth. So 30 minutes in, it's going to lose that fruitiness from the black currant. A little bit of that sweetness dies down and it is less musky. It becomes much more creamy. Again, this is a milky fragrance. It's not, although it says glace for that like ice cream accord, that makes sense. It does, But still, it feels less sweet than even Cloud Intense. This is just like pastel. If these were, well, no, even, how do I say that? It's just a very muted fragrance. It is almost a little more adult. Still very fun, youthful, so on and so forth. But I feel like it's a lot more office friendly than the others. By the time the middle comes out and you lose that fruity note, you can notice more of the woods, that sandalwood and the ambiguous woodsy notes. It says it has flower petals, probably some sort of a white floral or maybe even a peony. You can tell that there's a little bit of a floral lift, but it's indistinct. It's really not the star of the show. It just is that kind of like a creamy, slightly sweetened vanilla fragrance with some woods. And I wish there was more of a smoky note in this than there is. It is there when you look for it in the middle, and you can smell it at the end, but it stays very light the entire time. This is not going to be Billie Eilish, not the original Eilish. I think it's like Eilish 2, whichever one is real smoky. Not that, still not her brand, but it does add just a little bit of an edge to it, which I appreciate. The amber does give it some warmth as well, but all in all, if you have any of these three Cloud fragrances, Cloud Pink is its own creation that I adore. You don't need these unless, if you have one, you don't need the others. They're all slight variations. I do think if you were out of them and you were deciding which of the three, this is such good middle ground that I think it is possibly the way to go. Not revolutionary, but certainly welcome. And this is probably going to be the one that I run out of first. This is my absolute favorite. I do plan on using my other clouds. This and Cloud Pink are the only ones that when smelling them, I was like, oh, I will miss this when it's gone. I want more. So I'm really glad and happy to welcome my favorite of the basic Cloud fragrances, Cloud Aurora, to her line. Getting Josh popping in to say that it reminds me of almost like a blend between Cloud and Moonlight. It has that just like soft, ethereal feeling. That's really what I wanted to get at, and that is, Light's my favorite of those. Moonlight is actually, I haven't reviewed it. That is, I think it was PL Smells was like talking about how it was a perfume for tweens, but again, I missed out on all of this and I'm catching up, and I loved it. So that's actually one of my favorites right now. Okay, yes, we love it. Mwah. Something we like to do here is decide what kind of a person or character would wear this. Nurse Joy from Pokemon would wear the crap out of this fragrance. So let me know in the comments what is something unnecessary but welcome that you are inviting into your life. My name is Josh. This has been Sniff and Simmer. I'll see you around.